Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha hastamalakam cha shishyam tam todakam vartikakaaramanyan asmadgurun santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashi Krudau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vitvaram. Namah Shri Shankarananda Guru Padam Bhujanmani Savilasa Mahamoha Graha Graseka Karmani. Which verse is that? 2? 2:12. We'll read 2:11 and 2:12. Advitiya Brahma Tattve Swapnoyam Akilam Jagate Isha Jivadi Rupena Chetana Chetanatmakam Anandamaya Vijnana Maya Vishwara Jivakau Mayaya Kalpito Vedo Tabhyam Sarva Prakalpitam. So, Jiva and Ishvara, both of them are Mayaya Kalpito Eto. So, when we talk about Ishvara Eva Sarvam, we saw that in the last session, that he himself is worshipped as everything, as objects of the world, all beings. So, in the tradition of religion, Hindu religion as such, this philosophy of Tataha Eva Sarvam, Tasmad Eva Sarvam, and everything has come out of him, everything is himself. Sayeva Upadana Karanam, Nimitta Karanam Cha Sarvasya. Of everyone, everything, Nimitta Tada Upadana Karanam. Both the material cause and the instrumental cause. Tasmad Sayeva Sarvam. Ishvaraha Eva. So we saw that. And there are various phalams, various results are obtained by what? various results are obtained by worshipping various things, right? So according to the worship and according to what is worshipped, so will be the result. That is what according to the result that are based upon that. Ishvaraha sarva eva ete pujidaha paladayinaha phala utkarsha apakarshotu pujya pujana anusarataha. According to puja and pujanam. But if that Ishvaraha is known as none other than Brahman, then Mukti. Mukti abhi palam yadi Ishvaraha eva Brahma iti janan pujayati. Knowing that Ishvaraha is none other than tat Brahma tattvam eva muktistu Brahma tattvaya tattvasya jnanat eva na cha anyata. So upasan may be the same, upasanam may be the same. I'm also like in becoming like Hindi, no? Upasanam same. But Brahma upasanam, sarvam Brahma iti upasade chet. When one worships as Brahman, tattvam janan, Brahma tattvam janan, knowing that Brahma tattvam, then muktihi palam tasya. Then it is, result is muktihi. And it is like swaprabodham vina naiva swapna saswapnaha hiyate. Prabodham vina na swapnaha nasham gacchati. Na swapnaha hiyate. Meaning waking up alone is the end of dream. Similarly, Ishvaraha Brahma eva iti Brahma tattvena eva mokshaha na anyata sambhavati. Na anyena sambhavati. It's not possible by anything else. And what is the nature of Brahman? Advitiya Brahma tattve. In that Advitiya Brahma tattve, in that non-dual presence of Brahman, swapnaha ayam akilam jagat. The Akilam Jagat, the entire world is Swapnavat. Pashyati Jnani. Jnani is seeing that as Swapnam. And Isha Jivadi Rupena, in the form of Ishvaraha, creator, and all the Jivas, and not only Jiva, Chetana, Achayetanatmakam. Both inert Chetana and Chetana. Both are sentient, insentient, inert and alive, all of them. So, Anandamaye Ishvaraha, Vijnanamaye Jivaha. Anandamaye Vijnanamaya, Mayau Ishvara Jivakau. Anandamaye Brahma, and Ishvaraha, and Vijnanamaye Jivaha iti Mayaya kalpitau etau. These differences, distinction, and apparently explaining, for the sake of explaining the so-called perceived world, there is this explanation about Jiva and Ishvaraha, and that is necessary for the explanation about creation and explanation about suffering, explanation about the change. So band hai to mukti hai. So the jiva must feel that bandhanam. Then such a person will strive for mukti. So kisse band hua hai aap? What is that you have bond with? Jagat hai. Jagat hai, yahi bandhan hai. Hai jagat. The feeling that hai, the world is, that itself is bondage. So if you have taken world as true, then mukti is illusion. Not possible. If you have understood world as an illusion, mukti is real. जगत सत्य है तो मुक्ति मिथ्या होगा. यदि जगत असत्य है, मुक्ति सत्य होगा. सोचो, if the world is real, if there's a person, if he says a dream is real, will he ever wake up then? For him, there is no waking up, right? But when he wakes up, what does he understand? That is unreal. Same as that. जगत सत्य है तो मुक्ति मिथ्या होगा. यदि मुक्ति सत्य है तो जगत मिथ्या होगा. क्या होना है? So they are to be understood in that way. So what is that which creates this appearance of Jiva, Ishvara and all that? Mayaya kalpitau etau. Tabhyam sarvam prakalpitam. By that only entire thing has been created. All things have been created out of that. Very basic creation of difference or appearance of the Jiva and Ishvaraha, Ishvaraha Karta, Ishvaraha Srishtikarta, iti, all that. Continuing, Ikshanadi Praveshanta Srishtirishena Kalpita Jagradadi Vimokshantah Samsaro Jiva Kalpitah Ishrana Dipraveshanta Srishtirishena Kalpita Jagrada Devi Mokshantah Samsaro Jiva Kalpitah. We have seen some time back Ishvara Srishti and Jiva Srishti. You may remember. Ishvara Srishti is not subject to binding anybody. The tree there, the plants there, the birds there, animals, sun, the moon, stars, sky, planets, they don't bind you. What binds us is Sukham, Dukkham, Raga, Dvesha. ये बंधन के कारण ये जीव सृष्टि है. So जीव सृष्टि is the illusion of bondage, illusion of liberation too. You know, if bondage, if we understand it is a world is not the bondage, the way I look at the world is a bondage. When I stop looking that way, then there is no bondage. One person went to a psychiatrist and said, I'm so fat, so ugly, and when I go to the beach and lie down there, when people look around or come around me and the way they look at me, I feel so bad. What do? I want to go to the beach. Not that I can stay home, but when I go to the beach and lie down, people look at me and then I feel so bad. So what do? He said, look, go to the beach, lie down, close your eyes first. Close your eyes. कुछ नहीं होगा, बस. What? Yeah, but only when you see them, you feel that they are looking at you ugly, right? Then either don't go to the beach. No, I want to go to the beach. Then go. But don't see what others are seeing. Just close. I am very smart, thin, six-pack. Think about it then. No problem. So, the world by itself is not the bondage, but the way we get attached to it. Swami ji, आप कैसे कह सकते हैं? आपको कुछ नहीं है. संसारी हूँ. I don't want to say that you made a mistake. Again and again, that will be very bad. But, why do you think that it is important? लोग क्या कहेंगे? छोड़ो. This is called Lokavasa. They will say whatever you do. They even Bhagavan. I mean, Christ was also killed. What do you do? Bhagavan Krishna was shot. This will happen. So this understand them as what? the Jagradadi Vimoksha Antah, from the starting point of the waking onwards up to the liberation, etc. Samsaraha Jiva Kalpita. ये जीव का कल्पना है. So ईशेन kalpitaha kalpita srishti. Kalpita, again there it is a sa aikshata bahusyam prajayeti, right? Sa aikshata, he saw, he perceived, he thought. Yeah, aikshata means he thought. So his thought alone created the world. His thought, his dream. We are living in Bhagavan's dream. When does it end? When he stops dreaming. But what he does is, I won't stop dreaming. I will wake you from, make you get out of this dream. My Maya is Duratyaya. My dream will continue. But you, if you surrender to me, I will take you out of this. But that will continue for others. Not that you wake up and then everybody else wake up. No, everybody is in the dream still. You wake up. I'll make you wake up from my dream. So, there, Isha Kalpita, Ishena Kalpita, Srishtihi. Ekshana Adi, from the very thought onwards, right? Pravesha Antaha. Until that it is said, he Satsrishtva Tadevanu Pravishat. Taittiriya Upanishad, that having created, he entered. That again, entry itself is again Kalpana only. It is like a part is there. Okay, part is there now. Part is there, small part. Chota part. So in that part, space entered. Can you say that? Having created the part, the space thought, may I enter into this? No, as soon as the part is made, the space is already there inside. In the same way, Tadanuprav, there's a discussion on that point in the Taittiriya Upanishad, in Bhashya. So here, until the Praveshanta, entering into that very world created, Srishtihi Kalpita Ishena. The Lord's creation is this. So, creation by itself is not the bondage. What is then Jiva Sthiti now? Samsaraha Jiva Kalpitaha. Jiva Sriti is Samsaraha Jiva Kalpitaha Jagrat Adi Vimoksha Anta. Starting from the waking onwards. Waking means all activities from the birth onwards until the samsara ends. So we must understand that this illusion cannot be, this bondage cannot be overcome until the illusion ends. And the knowledge is to remove that illusion. That's why it said, Karya Karana Kartrutve Hetu Prakriti Ruchade Purusha Sukha Dukkanam Bhoktrutve Hetu Ruchate. This Bhoktrutva is the samsara. Sukha Dukkanam Bhoktrutve Purusha, that is Karanam. So that's why Bhagavan said in 13th chapter that the world is created by the power of Maya. Karya Karana Kartrutve Hetu Prakriti Ruchate Purusha Sukha Dukkanam Bhoktrutve Hetu Ruchate. Continuing, Advitiyam Brahma Tattvam Asangam Tanna Janate Jiveshayor Mayikayo Pritaiva Kalaham Yayuhu Advitiyam Brahma Tattvam Asangam Tanna Jayate Jiva Ishayor. It should be Jiva Ishayor. It's written like this. Maya is written. Yeah. Jiva Jishayor Mayikayo Britaiva Kalaham Yayuhu. ब्रह्म तत्वम अद्वितीयम, द्वैत इसमें नहीं है, अद्वितीयम, जिसमें द्वंद्व समूह नहीं है, द्वैतम यस्मात् विना न किंचित अस्ति. Now, without that, there is nothing else. So, yata pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam jagat swakarmana tamatparcha siddhim bindati manavaha. Bhagavan Krishna in 18th chapter. Yata pravritti bhutanam, from whom the whole world has come. Yena sarvamidam tadam, by whom everything is pervaded. Swakarmana tam apyarchya, by doing your work and saluting to him. Siddhim bindati manavaha, the person obtains the perfection. So here, Advitiyam Brahma Tattvam Asangam, because Sang kuch bhi nahi hai. Even though Asaktavat tishtati drishyate api, even though it is, now for example, this individual soul, I am, the self, and this physical body, what is the connection? One Chetan, another is Jada. They cannot be together. One is Chetana, one is conscious, another is inert. Can there be, what is the connection between the space and any object? Tell me. Can the space have any connection to any object? But without space, can it stay? Space has absolutely no attachment to anything that is kept in the space, right? Yata akashastito vayuhu sarvatra gomahan. So the vayu moves around in the space, no doubt. But akashastita vayu. So these entire, all the things that are there, objects are in space, but space has no connection with anyone. Interesting thing is, if you look at it, Panchabhutas, in the gradation, they become more and more attached. Space is completely unattached, not at all involved in anything, right? Vayu carries smell, so it has some attachment. And within the space only it can move, correct? Then comes fire. Even though everything is burnt into that, and Agni, right? But Agni cannot stay without Vayu. Space can stay without any one of them. But Vayu needs space. Agni needs Vayu. Attached, dependent. Water. It's more attached. It can become dirt. Earth, dirt itself. There's no question about it. It's dirt itself. There's nothing called dirty. Earth is not dirty. Earth is dirt. So as you come grosser and grosser and grosser, it becomes more and more dirt and attached. As you go subtle, as you go to space, then it is unattached and undependent. It is independent. That's why Bhagavan says that I am giving an example only Akasha here. So here, Advitiyam Brahma Tattvam Asangam. It is. And this Asangatva is itself is the moksha. Here we have seen that. Asangata eva moksha. Sangata eva bandhanam. Anywhere when we get Sangha, where there is association, there is identification, there is an attachment, from that very thing itself is the bondage. जिसमें असंग है वो सदा मोक्ष है, सर्वदा सदा. So here yat tat न जानते न जानati चेत. Janati means one does not know. When one does not know what Brahma Tattvam Advitiyam Asangam iti na janate, if one does not know, ignorant of the nature of Brahman as one without a second and unattached, then what happened? Such people, janate, those people who do not know about the nature of Brahman, what do? Kalaham yayu. They keep on arguing. Kalaham means gadbad. Continuously into, what is that in Hindi? Mein kuch aur gadbad. Gadbad. Bagalam in Malayalam. Bagalam. Constantly, Bagalam. Begalam. Okay, Begalam. Kannadathile. Telugu. Trouble? Okay, anyway, Kalaha. Huh? Potla. So that's what Kalaha. So, not Karagam, don't go into that. Some Tamil people and all, what is this Karagam? Dravida Karagam and all that. No, Kalaham. So, Vrita eva, wasteful discussion and trouble, constantly arguing. There's no need for it. About what? Jiva, Ishayoho, Mayikayoho. About Jiva and Ishvara. Who are those? Mayikayoho. They are all created by Maya only. About the illusion, people keep fighting and troubling themselves. Vrita, wastefully, not knowing that they are fighting about something which is not there, which is unreal. Appear to be there at certain conditions only. If I argue about my dream and your dream, what is the point? Both are not real. I saw you in my dream. I didn't see you in my dream. No, how is that possible? I came in your dream. How did you not see me in your dream? How is that possible? I saw you. See, if it is really physically when you see, that's different. In my dream, I saw you. And you also saw me. And then you are claiming that you didn't see me in your dream. Such a waste of time. Vrita eva kalaham. So, Jiva Ishayoho, Mayikayoho, Vrita eva kalaham yayuhu. So, what we should do with such people? Now, here there are three kinds of people. The first kind is ignorant, completely ignorant, prakrita jana. They have no idea about what's going on, right? They are caught up in their bondage and they may or may not be interested in even getting released also. Because they are living in such a condition where bondage is taken to be natural. Sukham, dukkam, joys and sorrows, failure and success, and going up and down. They like it that way. So let's go. There are those who study but not have understood or experienced. They are kind of confused. Neither here nor there. And they blame Vedanta for that. Arey Baba, pehle nahi janta. I did not know. Now it's okay, like anybody else. Now I know. It is like that's why many people don't like to go to the doctor, Rehne do, kuch bhi ho. But when you go there and then that doctor said, now I know this. Earlier I did not know. I was enjoying 3 rasagullas a day. Now I know. No problem. Some people get actually more sick by knowing it. I do not know. This is very peculiar. Without knowing, they live longer. Knowing that the mind creates such a problem. Right? It expedites or increases the disease as though. So if you are living in a lonely island, are you worried about being obese? Who bothers about it? So then we become more aware of the problem. The third category is completely realized and enlightened. And so there are 3 categories. Prakrita Janaha, then scholars, merely those who understand but they have not experienced it. And those who have jnanis, who have gained that correct vision and understanding, and they are blessings to the world. Now you see, Jnatva sada tattva nishtan anumodamahe vayam anushochama evanyan Prante vivadamahe Jnatva sada tattva nishtan anumodamahe vayam anushochama evanyan na prante vivadamahe sada tattva nishtan jnatva, knowing those people who are tattvanishtan, atmanishtan, those who are abiding in that highest nature, having known them, jnatva, vayam anumodamahe. We delightfully follow them. Anumodanam is anusandhanam, or following them, following their ways or following their teachings. That's when Taittiriya Upanishad also says, when you have a confusion, eti va karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat etatra brahmana asammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu yata te tatra varteran tata tatra vartetaha. If you have confusion about what to do, how to conduct yourself, don't ask anybody else. Follow just those people who have the knowledge and no desire. It's very important. ज्ञान है बट इच्छा नहीं है, काम नहीं है, उनको उन ज्ञानियों के पास जाओ and you follow them. Anucharanam or anucharatu. So you follow those, because knowledge with desire, the second category. Category number 2 is what? Branta. The next one that comes. Branta means what? Brahmanti eva. Swayam dera pandidam manyamana andena eva niyamana yadantaha. So, ज्ञान और काम एक साथ नहीं चलेगा. ज्ञान है, परिपूर्ण ज्ञान अस्ति चेत काम नहीं होगा, वैराग्य ही होगा. वैराग्य है वो भूषणम ज्ञानिनः. The very ornament of a jnani is vairagya. There is no other ornament necessary for it. So such people, knowing them, jnatva sada tattvanishtan anumodamahe vayam. We just follow them. We always approve those who appear to us as to be devoted to the truth. Appear nahi, those who are devoted to, not appear. This is written in the translation. And anushochamaha. Anushocha means we pity people. So, those who are deluded. Deluded means here bhrantaha. But anushochama eva anyan, those others, na vivadamahi, don't argue with them. Brantaihi saha na vivadamahi. Vadam parityajyata anyavacho vimunchata Upanishad. Just leave. These people are not worthy of even arguing. It is said in the Sadhana Panchakam also, right? Men of wisdom don't argue, and with them, please don't argue. They won't argue, first of all. They won't, because when your standpoint itself is wrong, then what is there to talk to you about? When your belief, when your understanding itself is wrong, understanding, that is why it says, fools are those who always win you by bringing you to their level. Once they come, you go to their level. They are the winners, because they are already established fools. And you lose yourself, they bring you down to their level and then kick you out. So, if you lose your status, they bring you to the foolish ideas, arguments. Obviously, they will win because they have been trained like that in foolish arguments. Prantaihi na vivadamahe. We don't argue with them. Buddha janehi vada parityajyatam. In sadhana panchakam. You just don't argue with them, and they also will not be interested in any argument. Naisha tarkena matirapaneya. Tarka will not work here. So here it is said, what am I doing? Anushocamaha eva anyan. So we will only pity those people because there is no point in arguing with them who have not got the correct understanding. And there are so many of them, Sankhyans were there, Vaisheshikas were there, Bauddhas were there, Nayayikas were there, then also the Charvakas, so many of them. And they have not, so one may say, so Vedanta alone is right, is it? Because it is right because it tells you what is right and how moksha is not a something which need to be gained from somewhere at some point of time from somebody. Hai aapke paas hi. If you are blind to that, if you are not seeing it, whose problem is that then? If anybody says, I will give you moksha, it will happen after some time, actually they are fooling you. What is already there, how can anybody can give it to you? It's already there with you. Now, say if I come to your home and take one of your things and then give it to you, gift it. So why are you giving to me? It is already mine. If somebody says, I will give it to you, then stay. You don't need to give it to me. Show me the way to know it. So this jnanam here, atma jnanam, is to discover what is already is one's own nature. Now, there are so many others who worship various different things and considering that as reality, they are the people who are prakrita jana. What to say? I mean, here it is not that he is laughing at or mocking at those people who settle down to such, primitive forms or primitive understanding, and considering that as Bhagavan Krishna said in Gita in chapter 18, where he says people who are tamasic by knowledge. What is tamasic knowledge? Thinking of their own pet ideas as the only truth. That is tamasic. What is Satvika Jnanam? Ekam eva sat. Sarvatra. Everything is included, that one only, that alone is pervading everything. That is Satvik. Divided understanding, everything is individualistic and every knowledge is about individual characteristics, gunas and qualities and functions. That is Rajas. So people who consider the objects of the world or objects of the things and worshipping that and thinking that alone is real, without further proceeding on knowing about how, from where everything has come, and that is here, it's all symbolic only. So therefore he says here, Trinacha Kadi Yogantaha Ishvare Prantimashritaha Lokayatadi Sankyanantaha Jive Vibrantimashritaha Trinarchakadi yogantaha Ishvare Brantimashritaha Lokaya Sankyantaha Jive Vibrantimashritaha Brantimashritaha Ishvare. They have Branti confusion about Ishvare, about the or in the understanding of Ishvara. Ishvara Tattve Branti Mashritaha. About the nature of the Ishvara, there is some amount of confusion there. Au Truna Archakadi. Considering a Truna or a, what do you call that? The grass, huh? Blade of grass, or for the some of the deities you offer that Ganesha, what do you call that? Argamul. What is in Hindi? English? Mein kya hai? You don't give me a technical name. Huh? Dhruva, yeah. Dhruva grass. So please understand, Ishvara Deva Sarvam. So everything has come from Ishvara only. Then, yes, even that grass is Ishvara, but Ishvara Krita. Ishvara Krita and Ishwarupena Upasate Chet. Yes, they worship like Ishvara. But that worship of the grass does not give moksha. Okay? So Archana here means Trina Archakadi Yoganta. Objects are worshipped as God is a problem there. Objects are indicators of God's presence, yes. Otherwise they become fanatic. There is no movement beyond that object. There are people who have, what is that? There is one tradition is there where the Srinathji or some, the Krishna, they will keep at home, right? And then they will, morning till evening, upachar karke, what is it called? Bhogamarga. What is it? Laddu Gopal. What is that? What is a particular Pushti Margi? They become Pushti. Anyway, so they offer, they take a bath, give the bath in the morning, and then put the cloth there, chandan, kumkum, and then offering the food and this and that. No doubt it. But if it does not create the love for the Lord, who is not just the object. Otherwise, they have to become so fanatically connected to the object only. They cannot go further beyond that. So, Trinarchakati Yoga Anta, and until the yoga, people who are so practitioners of yoga, oh my God. I know one person, when I was in Bangalore, this person was there, and he would do 108 times Surya Namaskar every day. Very fit. He was already 60 or so when I met him. 55, 60. So, very fit, very fit. And one day he died by just doing that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now, what do you call that? Why are you do not understand that is only a preparation, a path to prepare your body and mind. And if you consider that alone is to be done, nothing else, that is tamasic actually. Tamasika jnana. So yogantaha, up to the point of yoga where they are merely at the physical level, asana, pranayama, all that, where they do not have the upliftment of the idea, with the idea that Brahma Sarvam, and then Brahma Tattvam is imperceptible ettadadreshyam agrahyam avarnam achakshustotram tadapanipatam nityam vibhum sarvagatam susukshmam. If that understanding is not there, then it will be only material or object or a fanatic concept. So here is very harsh coming down on that. Trinarchakadi yogantaha ishvare branti mashritaha. They are all filled with such an amount of mental delusion, including loka ayatadi sankyanta. When it comes to philosophers also, loka ayata means materialists, who are all the, what do you call that, as charvakas, completely worldly, onwards up to Sankyans, because they never believed in anything higher than Purusha and Prakriti. Loka ayatadi Sankyantaha Jive, and about Ishvara there is a confusion in the first case. In the first line is about Ishvare Branti. In the second line, Jive Branti. Who is the Jiva? There is a Branti about it. Especially when it comes to Lokaya, those people who are materialist, they consider that this ek hi birth hai. You are here to live only once. So, kao pivo mojuro. So, about Jiva, about the individuality also, they have such a confusion. And they only are interested in maximum happiness to maximum oneself. Maximum happiness to oneself through indulging. And Sankyans also, their idea of Jiva is also very confined. Escape from the Prakriti. That is the only way to moksha. Escape. Run. Do not get attached. And then how long you will do? Until you are capable of getting away from the Prakriti. Afterwards, considering Prakriti as real, will never leave you to remain in moksha. So, about Jiva, there is Bhranti. Loka ayatadi Sankyantaha Jive Vibhranti Mashritaha. These are the people, they don't argue with them. There's no point. Aham na vimadamahe. We will not argue with them. So, we must really clearly understand that about Jiva there is a confusion, about Ishvara there is a confusion, and that's the reason why here, Sudhyarna Maharaj have clarified what is Maya, what is Ishvara, who is Jiva. All this discussion all took place. So that's why it's so long, this particular chapter. Advitiya Brahma Tattvam Na Jananti Yata Tada Prantaye Vakilastesham Kwamukti Kveha Vasukam Advidiya Brahma Tattvam Na Jananti Yata Tada Prantaye Vakilastesham Kwamukti Kveha Vasukam. Prantaha, again, completely confused and deluded. Yada, when Advitiya Brahma Tattvam na jananti, and they do not know the point which he brought earlier itself, that non-dual nature of Brahman, when they don't know, tada, then Tesham Prantaha eva kilaha, they are nothing but completely deluded. Tesham kwa muktihi, where is liberation? And not only liberation is not, kwa iha sukam. Kwa iha va sukam. How can they even be happy in this world? Shaknodi heva yassodam praksharira vimokshanat. Kama krododbhavam vegam sayukta sasukhi nara. Who is a sukhi nara? One who is able to withstand the force of anger and passion here before the fall of the body. And that cannot happen so long as you consider world is real. Because world will create kama and krodha. They will not stop. If the world is real, obviously whatever emotions and disturbances that would be caused by the world also will continuously be there. What you take it for real will cause you really problem. What you know as illusion, the problem also will be an illusion. So ka iha sukham. Where is the sukham, joy in this world? That's why Upanishad says, if you don't get it here, very sorry. Now what can we do? Nothing, what is that to say? Iha, iha chedavedi ada satyamasti na chedi iha avedi mahati vinashti. Iha chedavedi. If you know this here, iha chedavedin atasatyamasti, then everything is, that moksha is real, available. Nachet iha avedi. If you don't know, mahati vinashti. Great is the destruction. What is the destruction? Total unhappiness, unpredictable ways of the world. Kwa iha sukham. Where is then any kind of even an iota of joy? Na vittena tarpaniyo manushya. Upanishad says the money or wealth can never satisfy a person. Not possible. If it is there, it is there. After some time, you are afraid that it will go away. Or when it goes away again. Depressed, dejected. Blum, 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 blum. Instead of pillow, you take a pill and become low. Instead of lying on a pillow, you will take a pill and become very low. So, Branta eva akilaha tesam kwa muktihi kwa iha sukham. So, that is where we have to understand Brahmatattvam advitiyam asangam iti yata janati tasya eva atra sukhamapi, and then amutra sukhamapi pascha devadana urdhvamapi muktihi. Continuing, uttamadama bhavyaschet tesham syad astu tena kim swapnasta rajya bhikshabhyam na buddha sprishyate kalu. Uttama dhamma bhavaschet tesham syad astu tena kim swapnasta rajya bhikshabhyam na buddha sprishyate kalu. Some would say, no, it is not true. You are just putting one blanket and saying that there is no sukham at all, which is not true. Oh, then what do you say? See, the yogis also, by withdrawal of their minds, by withdrawing their attention from the world, they get into a state of joy, that is the material joy. So it is a higher sukham. Similarly, those who are lokayatas, those who are only materialists, indulging in the bahya vishayas, but a person who is doing upasana and having the joy of upasana, the japa gives you joy, or being in the company of Bhagavan gives you joy, or singing some songs are joy. So you cannot say they are all same. You cannot do that. So there is a Uttama, Madhyama, Adama, Ityadi Sukham, and that Taratamyam Asti. Uttama, Adama, Bhavaha, Chet. If you say, Adhyaranya says, if you are arguing that Yogat Sukham Asti, Tad Yoga Sukham na Bhagyavat Sukham, Bhagyavashevat Sukham, Bhaghendri Sukham na. So it is not a sensory experience. And somebody who is in deep, see, some people doing japa itself is a great joy for them. Just to keep your mind focused and then be quiet, sleep. So most of the people who teach meditation in this world are just quietening the mind. There is a Vedanta Jnanam is not there, just quieten the mind. Go to the nature and sit down without thinking about anything. Or just to chant some mantras and be just quiet. No contemplation, just chant. So there are some sukhams are there. So, but sukhams, no, sukham, okay, sukham. So there is, how do you then compare everything as at a blanket? None of this. So, Uttama, Adama, Bhavahas Chet. If you say there is gradation in this joy, Tesham Syat, of them, for them is there, Astu. Okay, no problem. But the question is, so what? Tena kim. So this word is very interesting. Some people get irritated about it. So you say something, Tena kim. Tena kim means what? So what? Tatakim, 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 tatakim. So what? By that is Tena, by that what? By you are saying that there are different gradation of joy, etc. are available. For Upasaka, it's some amount of joy. For a indulging person who is a Prakrita Jana, there is another kind of joy. And a person yogi is another kind of joy. So there are various kinds of different levels of degrees of happiness. The next line he puts it very, very straight on it's like a slap on the face. Swapnastha. When a person is in the state of dream, whether he is a Raja or a Bhikshu, there will be any difference. Swapnastha Rajya Bhikshabhyam na Buddha Sprishyate Kalu. Buddha na Sprishyate. He won't even touch there. He won't even go anywhere else. How does it matter what dream you had? Does it serve any purpose when you wake up? Does it? So he compares all the various philosophies and various practices that are done in the name of religion, etc., which are giving no doubt some amount of satisfaction or some amount of joy, all right, but upon waking up you realize none of them are true. When it comes to moksha sukham, not even a drop of that. Not even a drop of the ananda that is experienced by a samadhistaha, even Indra can have it. Lesha leshata ime chakradayo nirvrutaha. A little drop, even that is even a one drop will satisfy Indra. Such is the joy of waking up. Any amount of dream that you had and whatever you have achieved in that dream, you may be a king of the world. Swapnastha Rajya Bhikshabhyam na Buddha Sprishyate Kalu. You might have experienced all these things. Not even anything that you have achieved and accomplished and experienced in the dream will touch the person who has woken up. You may probably wake up with so much of, because you've been chased by a lion, sweating, you wake up. Sweating will be there still, but you'll only laughing at yourself with the sweat. heartbeat going up. Check your eye. This no, this heartbeat no. From 60 it's gone to 102. Oh my! In the dream, nothing you did physically, but your heart rate will go up. Probably you should wear this watch. And nowadays they are not recommending it, but you wear this kind of watch and then go to sleep, dream. After that you wake up. What is my heartbeat now? Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaः Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhamat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.